kickoff team on the field ready to start this postseason classic. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they have been proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Wants to fire on second down. With the catch, it's Parks. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Catch in the middle, hits Parks. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, you love to see this offensively on the first drive of the game. Your quarterback taking a shot down the middle of the defense, finding a guy for a big play.
1st and 10 coming up. They just keep firing. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Oh, he's got some space. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
To the ground. He's got it again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. smashes it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country, and how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wide out. Got a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard. They picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
They'll give it to him again. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Trying play action. It's complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. It's caught downfield. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
One of the things I love about this running back, he can run a lot of different types of routes. I like the job on the angle route there, putting his foot in the ground, crossing the defender's face, and making it an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield and make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They've methodically worked it down the field. This is the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Rambles into the end zone for a touchdown.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets open down the middle. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got it in the middle. It's Avery. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. They've got the play bottle up. Fumble, it's out! Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Oh, no good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like,
he tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge-of-your-seat type first half, or as they call it there in Mobile, just another typical 68 Ventures Bowl. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the 68 Ventures Bowl.
Coming out with it, it's Fields. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the 2nd half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Caught. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play-action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. At the last second, quarterback pulled the football, and he was able to complete the throw.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Reads it, fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this 2nd half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on 3rd, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
After that last incompletion, the offense is now in punt formation. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got the quick pass. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
You know, when your QB sneaking as a quarterback, you got to make a decision. You going right or you going left, and that's all predetermined based on how the defensive line lines up. Nice decision there by the quarterback.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Parks. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Parks. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Handoff to the single back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw. That's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Going right to work up top.
Dude, let's let's go. I'm going to say this game was basically over, right? We just forced a huge play. Great job by the defense, giving their offense a chance now. Man, it looked like it was over. Now we got a chance, offense, to go down the field, stick this thing in the end zone. We can win this ball game still.
Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
That is complimentary football at its finest. The defense gets the turnover. The offense punctuates it, uses it to their advantage, takes the lead late in the football game. Now that defense that just gave you a good stop, they need another one for you.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Avery. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He's got his man across the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a first and goal here. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
The defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Trying to barrel in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Final minute of play, all locked up. Are we headed to overtime? Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
We'll get it started here in overtime. Gives it on the option. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play. And the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They'd love to strike first for the touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now the play fake. Going for it all. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
One once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Dead center perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll start this drive firing. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Off play action. He had the game in his hands if he could have held on to that pick. Instead, it's third down.
Man, you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job on the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football. Almost had the big play.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
A touchdown ends the game here in overtime. It's first and goal. A first down run in the red zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Second and goal for this offense. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.